Dr. Christina Spink.
I'm the only principal we know in the school. And for parents, you guys have some wonderful kids. You have just had some wonderful children. And I am so proud of them. And so proud of you and how much you've supported us as a school. So today is, in some ways, a day of sorrow, because I really do hate seeing some of these students leave, because we've become very close. And also, especially more with my parents. But this is very much a day of joy and celebration and a day of recognition. So, let's get it started. The President, Ms. Cecily Hitchens.
Good morning, Dr. Samuels, Dr. Spink, Mr. Rodriguez, Mr. Forbes, distinguished faculty and administration, parents, and fellow classmates. Today marks the end of one journey and the beginning of another. 4 years ago, we left elementary school behind to begin our adventure in middle school as 5th graders. And now, 4 years later, we prepare to take the next step of our education, high school. It is hard to believe that 4 years have gone by so quickly. Middle school has certainly tested us. We have all grown so much because of it. And today, we celebrate the future class of 2019 and all of our accomplishments. As 8th graders, we've had quite a year. We learned how to use a map while on a scavenger hunt at Longwood Gardens. On our New York City trip, we saw the Statue of Liberty, the 9/11 Museum and Memorial, and the Ellis Island Museum, which we had learned about previously in our social studies classes. And at Mermaid Lake, we got to chill out and spend the whole day outside, playing sports and swimming. We stretched ourselves physically and competitively at our annual field day. Who could forget about our very special social studies project, the Living History Museum? This project enabled us to feel the role that another human being took to make a difference in this world during their time period. And we journeyed out of this world, dressed to the hilt, for our very exclusive and special 8th grade formal. But we could not have done it without you, our parents, our teachers, our leaders, the administrative staff, and the facilities team. We are grateful for your support, guidance, and help in the good times and the times when we struggle to make sense of it all. We all are a vital part of this place. Success and greatness lies in each one of us. And to the future class of 2019, I wish you the best of luck on all your future endeavors. Go beyond and go out of this world.
To present the Excellence in American History Award, please welcome Ms. Kate Schuyler.
Good morning. I'm Kate Schuyler, the historian of the Valley Forge Chapter Daughters of the American Revolution. And each year we give an award to a student that is chosen by the faculty here who excels in American history. And this year I am proud to present this award to Isabel Rivera.
The Good Citizenship Award comes from the office of Senator Dalen Leach. The Good Citizenship Award is awarded to a student who shows character, attentiveness, and overall well-rounded individual. This year, the Good Citizenship Award is given to Malik Smith. Please welcome our mentors, Ms. Emily Walsh and Ms. Felicia Martin.
We're here to recognize recognize the participants of the Work Mentor program. For those of you who aren't aware what the program is, we have a cooperative learning arrangement with East North Middle School where students come out from mentoring sessions on weekends, and the goal is to enrich their academic performance. We also do some community service and charitable events throughout the school year as well. So we'd like to recognize the participating 8th graders this year and thank them for their dedication, and the parents too, by the way. First is Melissa Perry. Gabriel Randall. Cody Farage. Matthew Hahn. Melissa Randolph. Nicholas Chiotti. Nair Williams. Shane Henderson. Therese Marshall. Yaritza Zabala. And Destiny Lyons. Congratulations and best wishes to the entire graduating class.
For our Parents Club Award, please welcome our Parents Club presidents, Ms. Susan Bellamy and Mrs. Ann T.
Good morning, class of 2015, and good morning to our guests and principal and teachers. My name is Susan Bellamy, and we are the co-presidents for the 2014-2015 school year of the Parent Faculty Club. Each year, the Parent Faculty Club presents awards to students that the teachers have identified who are well liked by their students, show good citizenship, have good attendance, and perform academically well. This year, the recipients of those awards are
Cecily Ritchie. Jason Zambella. Victoria Matota.
Ingrid Cruz Salinas, Xavier Ranger, and Nikhil Allen. Congratulations to our 2015 recipients of the Academic and Citizenship Awards, and congratulations to the class of 2014-2015.
For the George H. Bartlett third Memorial Award. Please welcome Ms. Melissa Gaines.
Good morning. It is my distinct honor to present the George H. Ortlieb Memorial Award. Mr. Ortlieb was an outstanding math teacher here at East Narada Middle School back in the 1960s. He was a teacher described as making learning fun. And if you ask anyone that knew him to say 3 things about him, he would say he was an excellent math teacher, he had a great sense of humor, and he loved sports. Mrs. Stosko was the principal here at East Narada Middle School, and she's now the principal at Hancock. Mr. Ortlieb was Mr. and Mrs. Stosko's father. 16 years ago, he passed away from a sudden heart attack, and the Stosko family wanted to do something to carry on his name in the Norristown Area School District. They decided to establish a memorial award in his honor to be given to an 8th grade student who excelled in math, had a great sense of humor, and participated in sports. 8th grade teachers were asked to select a student who was most deserving of the Ortlieb Award, and they shared the following thoughts about this student. This young lady exemplifies what it means to be a well-rounded individual. She participates in many outside activities, is well-liked by her peers, is responsible, is a wonderful student who excels in mathematics. She's well-liked by her peers, due in part to her sense of humor, as she uses it to brighten everyone's mood. In her algebra classes over the past 2 years, she's grasped mathematical concepts quickly and is willing to go the extra mile to master the few ideas that were challenging. Lastly, this young lady participated in basketball, softball, and volleyball, and in all her endeavors, she strives to do her best and will not stop until she accomplishes her goals. So this year's recipient of the George Ortlieb Memorial Award is Hannah Wright.
For the Hannah Lee Rabb Award, please welcome Mr. Dave Davis.
Good morning. Let's try that. Good morning. Yeah, there we go. There are actually a lot of you out here that I don't know because I unfortunately missed this grade teaching wise. So, students, for the next 3 minutes and 33.5 seconds, if you give me your undivided attention, I'll try to drop a little knowledge on you real quick. This is about the 8th or 9th year that I've won this award, and every year it gets a little harder, to be honest. On the morning of July 27th, 2008, I got a phone call about 2:30 in the morning. Parents, as you well know, the older you get, the later the phone call, you know, usually it's bad news. See, earlier that night, July 26, 2008, my cousins Mia and Hannah decided to do what sisters do and go out and see a movie. On that same night, a young man popped some prescription pills in his mouth, decided that he wanted to go out to get something to eat and have a few drinks. He went to the bar and he ate dinner and then proceeded to drink. He had drink after drink after drink after drink. Eventually, decided it was time to go home. He sat in the parking lot of his car for about 10 minutes from what witnesses said. He revved his engine, he blared his music, and then all of a sudden decided it was time to drive home. He blew through the first red light at a speed way above the speed limit. He went through the second, the third, the fourth, and was almost home. He was about 500 feet away from his apartment complex when he came up to the 5th red light. At that point, the movie had let out. Mia and Hannah had gone in their car, and instead of going right home, they decided to enjoy a little sister bonding time. They decided to take a drive, play some music, sing their hearts out, and do what sisters should do. At the same time that gentleman came to the 5th red light, my cousins Mia and Hannah were in the left turn lane. The signal turned green and then turned left. The gentleman driving his car T-boned my cousins, killing Hannah instantly. Mia escaped barely with her life. So the question is, why do I tell this story? The reason why I tell this story is pretty simple, for 4 reasons. Students, first reasons for you guys. All of you right here have now completed something that my cousin Hannah didn't get a chance to do. She was 13 at the time she was killed. She was about 4 weeks away from starting her 8th grade year. So please know that as you go forward, you have a chance to do something she didn't. Take advantage of it. Don't let this be the only stage you walk across. You still have 4 more years to go, at least, if not more. Parents, the second reason why I tell the story is for you. Like I said, I don't know many of you, but I know a few of you. And I just want to remind you, even though you probably don't need me to remind you, cherish every single moment you have with your child. Hannah was my aunt's youngest. She was the star of our family. She was a 13-year-old who acted like a 30-year-old. She just was amazing. She truly was. So please today, when you go outside and hug your student, hug them a little harder, pinch your cheek a little harder, give them a kiss a little bit harder. Think about Hannah, and truly, truly, truly appreciate every moment you have with your child. The third reason why I tell a story is so I can talk about Hannah. As I said, Hannah was truly a bright star. She just got life. She understood that as a 13-year-old, the drama wasn't important. She enjoyed sports, she enjoyed her family time, she did well in school, and she really, truly was the bright star of our family. It hurts to still think about where she'd be today. But in order to honor her, my family and I have established this award. I asked the 8th grade teachers to nominate 3 girls who exemplify these qualities. Someone who stays out of drama, does good in school, is active, and just an overall good person. And while I only have one award winner, I want to recognize all 3 girls. Nola Crook, Grace White, and Jasmine Jimenez. I guess I don't have one winner, unfortunately, but I'm very, very proud to give this award to Grace White.
The Anna Ravello Ortiz Memorial Award, please welcome Mr. Conrad Folks.
Good morning. Anna Ravello Ortiz was an ESL teacher at East Norton Middle School, and she preceded me, actually. Unfortunately, she had an untimely death. It was unexpected, and East Norton really lost a good teacher from what I hear. I really wish that I had the chance to meet her. In her memory, though, for the past 8 years, we have honored her memory with an award for a particular student who has shown great improvement during their time at ENMS as an ESL student. The recipient displays a strong desire to learn and strive for her dreams by focusing on her education. And these are qualities that Mrs. Ortiz fostered. Normally, we've had either one of her daughters or her husband come and present this award, but this is the first year they're unable to do that for good reasons. They are continuing her legacy. They're expanding their family all over the country. So she is alive and well in her family. This year, the student that displayed these qualities arrived last year, and over the course of 2 years has accomplished so much. She's well known, loved by everybody who sees her infectious smile, and we're truly going to miss her as she moves on to achieving her dreams, as we know she most certainly will. This year's recipient of the Anna Ravello Ortiz Memorial Award is Geraldine Nicolas Hernandez.
To present the NAACP Future Leaders Award, please welcome Norristown Chapter Representative, Mrs. Benita Hadrick.
Good morning and thank you. And congratulations to all of the graduates. Thank you, Dr. Spink and Mr. Chris Davis for inviting the NAACP to participate. First of all, I have to say thank you to Cecily Ritchie. Wasn't she fantastic? so it was like, wow, you were fantastic, Cecily. I cannot wait to see what the future brings you. First of all, if I did not say it, I am Benita Kenhager, and I am here to give the 2015 NAACP Future Leaders Award. But first of all, I would like to say the president of the NAACP and the vice president are present with us this morning because they have someone in their family graduating. So please stand so we can recognize you and give you a round of applause. Mr. John Milligan and Mrs. The NAACP 2015 Future Leaders Award is given to 2 African American students who have excelled in the following categories: academic achievement, leadership, and community service. It is my pleasure to present this year's recipient of the NAACP Future Leaders Award to Anissa Lomax Max. The male recipient is Shioke Bellamy.
To present the Principal Award, please re-welcome Dr. Christina Smith.
And thank you again for being here. The Principal Award is awarded to a student who just not only is academically, behaviorally, a wonderful kid, which we have a lot of wonderful students here, but also someone who just does that little extra above and beyond. They're just exemplify leadership, caring, kindness. And we have 7 students that were nominated for that, and I would like them to stand when I call their name. Victoria Patota, Skylar Bartlett, Ruth Vitale, Hannah Walsh, Marissa Dell, Maya Humphreys, and Carlos Torres-Ruiz. Share some of what was written about the winner. This person has been an extraordinary friend to everyone they meet and has the ability to see past their flaws and differences and see who they truly are on the inside. I feel that this person has been already inspired myself and others to do the same, to look beyond what you see on the outside. This person is the first one to volunteer for anything. To help out. It's hard to read their handwriting, sorry. No matter how arduous the task. This person is a model of outstanding grades, behavior, and I'm positive they will continue to do so in the future. And that person is Carlos Ruiz.
We'll now begin our second part of the award ceremony, our academic awards. For the Math Award, please welcome Mr. John Humbert, Mrs. Sarah Blasey, Ms. Corey Eisenhart, and Mr. Ralph Moreno.
So our academic awards are split into 2 different categories. The first is achievement, and the second one is pride. For the achievement in mathematics, this is going to go to a student who was able to master mathematical concepts almost instantaneously. On top of it, she was completely modest and was always willing to help out her fellow classmates. So I'm proud to present this award to Victoria Lee.
award that we present here is the Pride Award. The Pride Award comes from showing the most effort and for truly understanding what it means to be a successful student. This young lady has exemplified what it means to be a good student. She always keeps her eye on mastering all mathematical concepts. She goes the extra mile in order to figure out how to understand the concept. And she keeps all social business outside of school. She always has her eye on the prize. This year, the award goes to Jennifer Peralta. Please welcome the reading teachers, Miss Melinda Kelly, Mr. Robert Menifee, Miss Melissa Reyes, and Mrs. Stacy Schreiber.
Good morning, everyone. This year's Achievement Award in Reading goes to a student that I had for 2 years, and I watched her blossom as a student and as a writer, and I can hope only that she continues to strive to do that. Delaney Nolan.
For the Pride Award in Reading, the student, the recipient, she was a late addition to the roster, so she came in from one of our other schools, and I'm really glad she did. She set a great example for an already great class of students. Conversation, classes would leave the room and she'd still want to keep having conversations about things in the class. She had ideas for things she wanted to write about that just made her stand out. So this year, the recipient for Pride is Jemiah Satterfield.
Please welcome the Science Awards teachers, Miss Erica Garvey, Miss Mia Ngui, Miss Corey Eisenhart, and Miss Melissa Reyes.
Good morning. This year's Science Achievement Award goes to a student who goes above and beyond everything that she did in science, wanted to make sure everything that she did was perfect, and strived to be the best. This year's Achievement Award in Science goes to Cassidy Uzik.
shows great effort in class. It was very difficult to pick the award as we have so many students who work really past their ability. For the Pride Award in Science, this is given to Kirsten Teet.
Please welcome the social studies teachers, Ms. Tammy Lero, Ms. Mia Ngui, Ms. Corey Eisenhart, and Ms. Melissa Reyes.
For the Achievement Award in Social Studies, it goes to a student who did exactly what I expect a historian would do. They would question. He questioned me, he questioned the textbook, he questioned Google. However, he did leave with knowing the how and why behind the study of history. So this year, the Achievement Award goes to Chioki Bellamy.
student who is dedicated to hard work and who I am pleased to say that I had the pleasure of teaching her this year. The Pride Award for Social Studies goes to Leslie Juarez.
Please welcome our gifted program teacher, Mrs. Victoria Strickland.
4 years. It's hard to believe that I've taught my students for 4 years. I've seen a lot of you for 4 years and I've seen amazing things happen. It's wild that I've watched my students come into this big scary middle school as 5th graders, begging to be released from my classroom early so you wouldn't be trampled by the big kids. Now you are the big kids. You're going on to conquer great things. I have to choose 2 students to recognize, only 2, and it's tough as you all do such amazing things. It's wonderful to watch the creativity come. My Pride Award goes to a student who started off very quiet, very shy. Was afraid to do work, afraid to reach out and do things, but I've seen her mature and grow and develop over the years, and I'm so proud of her. Ms. Nola Brooke, please. My award for achievement goes to somebody who's gone above and beyond since the second she stepped foot in my door. It's amazing to watch all the things she has done. Every assignment is not only fully completed, but with the added bit of pizzazz that defines this young lady. I'm very proud to have had the opportunity to teach her, and I'm going to miss her terribly. Ms. Isabel Rivera. Remember, all of you have brilliant minds and you're all capable of amazing things. Go out there and conquer the world. Thank you.
Please welcome our 8th grade health teacher, Ms. Valerie Narante.
Good morning. It is an honor to present the Accomplishment Health Award for a student who has demonstrated not only above average academics, but also has a keen sense of awareness of himself and others while keeping his focus on achieving a healthy lifestyle. My achievement and award for health goes to Jensen T. I'm also honored to present the Pride in Health Award to a student who is able to articulate his feelings and beliefs on sensitive matters, as well as show compassion for others. He also consistently submits work that is above average, is prepared for class, and participates above and beyond. Very proud to give this award to Jose Lopez Ascension.
Please welcome our 8th grade physical education teachers, Mr. Joseph Hogentobler and Mr. Matt Flack.
Good morning. It is my pleasure to give the 8th grade Phys Ed award to a young lady who has been a lot of fun for the 4 years she's been here. This year she went above and beyond, did things to help out, worked hard every period, was just a great person. This award goes to Destiny Lyons.
Good afternoon, good morning, students and families. My Physical Education Award goes to a young man who showed great leadership, respect, caring, and is friendly to all the other people in his class. He's also a terrific athlete. Physical Education Award goes to Alino McCoy.
Please welcome our English as a Second Language teachers, Ms. Christine Gardner and Mr. Conrad Folks.
Hello again. For achievement in English as a second language, this young lady has spunk, let me just put it that way. A lot of attitude in that little frame, but don't underestimate her because she's achieved so much in the 4 years that she's been here. And I cannot wait to see what she does at the high school. Yeah, so without further ado, the Achievement Award in English as a Second Language goes to Jasmine Jimenez. For pride in English as a second language, this young man has struggled so much and always has a smile on his face, always willing to go the extra mile. I've seen him every morning this year in my classroom. Even though he's not one of my students personally anymore, he's come and worked hard before class actually begins, before any of his blocks, before homeroom, and those efforts have really brought him a long way. Again, I can't wait to see what goes into this life and what he produces from it in the next 4 years and furthermore. Jonathan Hernandez.
Please welcome our general music teachers, Mrs. Vicki Bloom, Mr. Eric Norton, and Mrs. Joanna Lasky.
Good morning and congratulations to the 8th graders and also to their families. This morning we're giving 2 awards for general music, and the first award goes to Jimmy Demeter.
For the Pride Award, the young man who's receiving the Pride Award will probably be fairly surprised, partly because he used to get music a long time ago at the beginning of the year, and partly because he missed a lot. But it's actually for that reason that he's getting the Pride Award. Despite leaving class on numerous occasions for sports, this young man made sure every time before he left he had absolutely everything done, was on track to make sure that he had a good grade, and constantly made sure that he had every assignment complete before he left home. And the award for Pride goes to Matthew Hall.
Please welcome our technology education program teacher, Mr. Joseph Pedrazik.
Achievement Award in Technical Education. This year's recipient is Claudera Holloway. For Pride in Tech Ed goes to Alvina McCoy.
Please welcome our computer sciences teacher, Miss Amy DiFrigilio.
Good morning. My first award goes to a gentleman who came into my class and made me a bet. He said, "Misty, I promise I'll work my hardest. You have to be here every day." He said, "All right, I'll take that bet." Gary Morgan, you win my property. And for my achievement, this student came into class every day. She always had a smile. She tried so hard from 5th grade through 8th grade, and it was almost a tie, but she beat out the other student by 1/10 of a point. Delaney Nolan.
Please welcome our art teachers, Miss Emily Smith and Miss Elizabeth Buckman.
Good morning. This is a hard presentation for Mrs. Buckman and myself to give. Choosing 2 students to award this promotion was a very difficult task Mrs. Buckman and I had to accomplish this year. Everyone in this room already has an award from art class, and that is your hard work and your creative expression. That's really something that's always with you, and it doesn't stop once the clock on the art room wall says time is up. Here are 2 students that have shown exceptional pride and achievement in both art classes this year. I am happy to present the Achievement Award to Juan Carlos Flores Lazarus. And the Pride Award goes to Destiny Wallace. Thank you.
We're now on to the last part of our awards part, and that is the Acknowledgement and Service Awards for participation. Please welcome Ms. Victoria Strickland for the ENMS Bulldog Bulletin.
Good morning again. International journalist Christiana Moore once said that good journalism can make the world a better place. And I certainly see that happening here at East Norton Middle School with staff members of the Bulldog Bulletin. There was only one member of the Bulldog Bulletin here in 8th grade, but she worked tirelessly week after week, year after year on stories, creating great stories for our newspaper. She's not only being recognized for her work on the paper today, but she's being honored by the Healthy Newsworks organization, the organization that funds the newspaper here. She is being distinguished, recognized as a distinguished journalist, which comes with a nice little gift card that you will get. But that's not all. She's also being honored by Philadelphia area artist and documentarian Miss Lily Yeh. This young lady has written a story about this artist that is now published in a book. So she is a published author and a distinguished journalist. Please help me in congratulating Cecily Ritchie.
For the Perfect Attendance Awards, please welcome our Vice Principal, Mr. Joseph Rodriguez.
Good morning. I have the pleasure of announcing those students that came to school every single day. They came through bad weather, not feeling so well one morning or two, but they still chose to come to school, and for that we're going to recognize them. And those students are Chioki Bellamy, just stand when I call your name. Alyssa Carey, Joshua Charles, Nicholas Giato, Andrew Zalfi, Richard Quaquileo, Brianna Flores, Cecilia Clark, Ivan Gonzalez, Osvaldo Hernandez, Leslie Juarez, Anissa Lomax-Mack, Victoria Patoda, Nair Scott, Dante Scott, Nicholas Seaman, Cassidy Uzinski. Now the following students have had perfect attendance for all 4 years. These students are, and I'm going to ask them to come up, Raquel Glass, Nancy T, Alfonso Rodriguez, Tyrese Marshall, Dominique Mansfield, Victoria Lee, and Thomason Latona. We'd also like to take a moment and recognize one particular student. This particular student has not missed a single day of school since kindergarten. Please welcome and honor Ms. Raquel Glass.
Now to present our National Junior Honor Society Awards, Ms. Patricia Baker and Mr. Conrad Foles.
Good morning. So the National Junior Honor Society, another great, amazing year for breast cancer. We did a really big fundraiser in October, and we raised about $1,180 for breast cancer research. And then the money that we raised for Habitat went right into the Norristown building, so right into your neighbors. Literally $200 we raised for that, so it's a little bit helps. And then we also did a lot of things for the school. We helped with the flea market, scholastic book fair, robotics competition at the high school. They put in a lot of time organizing the snacks. I know some of them were very excited to get up at 5 o'clock and get here by 7 to make sure everybody got their snacks in the morning. Jensen T, one of the other few. Many people who did that, I'm sure they love that. But overall, another great year for Mr. Folks and I. And we're going to have you stand to be recognized.
Chioke Bellamy, Alyssa Carey, Nola Crook, Jake Danko, Marissa Dell, Elisa Gibson, Maya Humphreys, Victoria Lee, Anissa Lomax Mack, Delaney Nolan, Patrick O'Brien, Cecily Ritchie, Isabel Rivera, Nicholas Seaman, Kirsten Tate, Jason T, Cassidy Adzinski, and Tamara Wright.
And now to present the 3 Sport Athlete Awards, Mr. David Davis.
Good morning again. The following students whose names I say, could you please come and stand next to me? Ashley Schools. Ellen Schools. Jackie Galachinsky. Maggie Hara. Tamara Wright. Delaney Nolan. Humberto Rico Vallejo. Giovanni Moore. Eddie Reyes. Ian Randall. Alonzo Gray-Hill, and Malik Smith. It's been my pleasure to serve as the athletic coordinator for the past 3 years here at East Nile Middle School. This particular grade has done amazing things out on the athletic field. Our sports teams did amazing this year. And all these students standing in front of me, or next to me I should say, have completed 3 seasons of sports, maintaining their eligibility and staying with their sports all year long. So congratulations to them.
So I skipped one, let's back it up. The Student Council Awards are to be presented by Ms. Jennifer Howe and Ms. Tammy Mira.
So Ms. Hale's teaching right now. Student Council is the group of students who acknowledges the spirit in our school through sports assemblies, teacher gifts, and hosting our monthly half days. It takes a lot of organization and planning of these events, and we couldn't do it, first and foremost, without our council. So the following members of Student Council, please stand to be recognized. Carlos Torres Ruiz, Malik Smith, Alonzo Gray Hall, Leslie Juarez, Destiny Lyons, and Edmund Davis. Our president and vice president led our council into all of the school spirit activities that we planned. So will our vice president please come up, Jordan Evans. And our president, Cecily Ritchie.
And to present our final awards of the morning, the 8th grade team awards, Mrs. Mia Mbui, Miss Melinda Kelly, and Miss Erica Garvey.
exemplify the qualities of our school. The main three qualities are to be responsible, be respectful, and be caring. Mrs. Burke.
The first recipient is Carmen Flores Alvarez. The second recipient is Nick Seaman. And the third recipient is Isaac Torres.
Push that for the school. Buy it. We can buy it. Probably.
At this time, we will be presenting the 8th graders with their promotion certificates. Please hold your applause till the end. There's a lot of them.
Shane Adams.
Brianna Adams.
Joshua Agudio.
Amira Aldabil.
Mikhail Allen.
Ureli Andrade.
Tamir Bryce.
Skylar Bartlett.
Jacob Bucci.
Erica Bruno.
Samir Carter.
Gabriela Cardenas.
Carlos Cicada.
Alyssa Carey.
Nick Kyoto.
Iansa Corley.
Joshua Chavez.
Nola Kruk.
Andrew Siapi.
Ingrid Cruz Salinas.
Samuel Collins.
Romina de los Santos.
Timothy Kravitz.
Marissa Dell.
Quali Crump.
Brianna Flores.
Richard Quaclayo.
Carmen Flores.
Jake Danko.
Jasmine Freeman.
Edmund Davis.
Jackie Galchinsky.
James Dimitri.
Lydia Gary.
Jordan Evans.
Roselia Blah.
Cody Farage.
Jaleesa Gibson.
Juan Carlos Flores.
Raquel Glass.
CJ Glenn Cook.
Darlene Guzman.
Francescino.
Aviana Hampton.
Ryan Garcia.
Brooke Hine.
Jose Jesus Gomez.
John-Alex Hernandez.
Ivan Gonzalez.
Ruby Herrera.
Tyler Gorman.
Anna Halziel.
Xavier Granger.
Kayla Howard.
Alonzo Gray Hall.
Maya Humphreys.
Matthew Hahn.
Jasmine Jimenez Rojas.
Samir Hall.
Haley Johnson.
Caleb Hayes.
Labrea Johnson.
Darius Haynes.
Leslie Juarez.
Shane Henderson.
Britiana King.
Jarrell Henley.
Victoria Lee.
Gerald Herbert.
Anissa Lomax.
Osvaldo Hernandez.
Edna Lopez.
Jonathan Hernandez de la Cruz.
Maria Luna Garcia.
Quadair Holloway.
Destiny Lyons.
Joseph Iglesias.
Dominique Mansfield.
Demira Johnson.
Callie May. Nelise Mayer.
Mark Jones.
Amira Moody.
Larry Kirkland.
Jennifer Morales.
Thomason Latona.
Katia Morales.
Lakota Lockyer.
Geraldine Nicholas Hernandez.
Brian Lopez.
Delaney Nolan.
Jose Lopez Ascension.
Chelsea Owens.
Tyler Marlowe.
Ashley Patchett.
Therese Marshall.
Sky Calmore.
Alvina McCoy.
Alexis Parker.
Go Lexi! Gary Morgan.
Devin Parker.
James Nicholson.
Victoria Patota.
Patrick O'Brien.
Maya Pearson.
Joseph Pagano.
Jennifer Peralta.
Patrick Pagano.
Amanda Pocha. Bridget Ramos.
Nandan Patel.
Melissa Randolph.
Julio Peralta Romero.
Cecily Ritchie.
Elijah Powell.
Isabel Rivera.
Marcos Ramirez Amiga.
Marielle Rosas.
Gabe Randall.
Sierra Sariego.
Edgar Randall Rosas.
Jemiah Satterthwaite.
Edward Reyes.
Ashley Schools.
Wilbert Richardson.
Emily Schools.
Darius Rickenbacker.
Kiana Shaw.
Humberto Rigo Vallejo.
Victoria Shelley.
Alfonso Rodriguez. Richard Romero.
Naya Shippen.
Darwin Rosario.
Sade Swinburne.
Kareem Samuel.
Kirsten Tate.
Marcus Sanford.
Raina Tatum.
Joshua Shoreway.
Amaya Thompson.
Dante Scott.
Cassidy Uzinski.
Kayvon Scott.
Maria Pissel.
Nair Scott.
Erica Walker.
Tyvon Scott.
Destiny Wallace.
Nicholas Seaman.
Hannah Walsh.
Marvin Schultz.
Manaya Waters.
Travis Sim.
Tanaya Webb. Zanavia Williams.
Jihad Stone.
Naira Williams.
Elijah Stoudemire.
Leilani Wise.
Jensen T.
Tamara Wright.
Isaac Torres.
Amijah Wright Bell.
Carlos Torres Ruiz.
Yaritzel Zavala.
Zaire Tucker. Sebastian Vasquez Campos. Kevin Vega. Jamie Luke Vitale. Laikeen Wallace. Jonah Walsh. Jermon Webb. Joel Examello. Jason Zambella.
Your years here at ENMS are almost done, and instead of me giving a long speech, in a minute I'm going to have Mr. Rodriguez come because he's been with you as your vice principal for 4 years, but for a minute, please stand and turn around and applaud the people that made this possible. Rodriguez, you may address your class.
All right, here we go. This is a bit difficult for me. I've been on this journey with these young folks since 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade, maybe in the last couple of weeks. So we've been together for quite a while. It's interesting because the uniqueness about this situation for me is that I've also spent some time with some of these students since they were in kindergarten, 1st grade, 2nd grade at Godwalls. So this is really significant for me. And that's what made it difficult. But then it became easy because they said, all I can do is say these two wonderful words to everyone, and that's thank you. So what I'm going to do is thank you. First, I want to thank the families for sending us the most dynamic, brilliant, compassionate, passionate individuals in the county. No, in the country. No, in the world. That's an absolute. I also want to thank you for allowing us to spend our days learning from them and working with them. So thank you, families. To our students, thank you. So you gotta collect yourself when you keep coming. Thank you for reminding us about the value of an individual. Thank you for showing us passion and compassion. Thank you for forgiving our mistakes and giving us the opportunity to start each day over. Thank you for making us laugh, cry, get angry, get excited, for allowing us to have such a wonderful range of emotions. Thank you for challenging us to be better at our practice, but to be better people. We look forward to receiving thanks from our colleagues at the high school for sending them the most dynamic, brilliant, compassionate, and passionate individuals. Thank you. Having said that, class of 2019, can you please rise? I wish you the best of luck. I look forward to seeing many of you return to me. Okay, 2019, we are now going to exit.